This is Robin off of ABC in the morning, and she's being interviewed and talking about um, Michelle Obama and her new book, Tell All Book. And by the way, Mrs. Obama is totally trying to tear down President Trump. I wonder if there's any need me put this up. You would think between her and Oprah, as popular as they are, and all these earth shattering books that have been just released against Trump. Now, I wrote a book back in 78, 76, 78, Moonraker Apartments, and that ought to tell you something if you know anything about crypt or the government. And I'm sure, Michelle Obama, that you would know about you and your husband spending the night in Windsor Castle, and your husband bringing little George, William and Kate's baby there, a rocky horse. So I'm sure you know all that. You have slept in Windsor Castle, but I'm even afraid to say my real name. I put it up on YouTube and Facebook, and it is my real name, and I am Edward VIII's daughter, a beautiful man whose problem was he was honest and tried to do the right thing by our country, Great Britain, England, the UK. Guess you wouldn't know anything about that, though, you and Oprah. You're so busy now. Oprah can't wait to interview Harry and Meghan. Well, there's a question if that's even Harry. And they're illegal monarch, and you know that. You knowing so much, you and Oprah. I just wondered why that Oprah, with all her power, all she has to do is go to good old Georgia, and that's where I wrote the book. And Larry Flint was shot by a program shooter. And Brian Nichols happens to be a black man. And I have gone on because that's one of them that can be proven that it was mind control. This man is in Georgia State Prison. So is Wayne Williams, and surely, Michelle, don't think you'd mind me saying Michelle. This is probably not going to take. There's no lighting in here. I've got a mess. I've moved about as much as I can and pulled my gear. What's left of it. But Oprah went back to Georgia and campaigned for the governor to be a black woman. And she got all this welcoming, the press. Wonder why that in all these years, me telling about Wayne Williams and the black children that were killed in Atlanta. And Mary Welcome certainly knows me. And I liked Mary, by the way. Wayne was convicted of killing two, which he didn't do. But they went on being killed. After he was found guilty, there were black children that were killed. There's a lot more to any of this. The List is a book where one of the FBI agents, and right now I'm so sick from where I'm living and what's going on with me, repercussions for being born, I guess, that I just got up and I can't move anymore. I'm old, and I'm going to have to move here one last time to somewhere, hopefully that's better. But you all being so concerned about the blacks community, and you can't wait to interview Meghan Markle and Harry, because she's biracial and married into it's a fake royal family. They're illegal. I'm the real monarch, Victoria II, and my sons, Mark and Scott. You should see him on his little rocky horse when he was 2 years old. He's a real monarch, and then Scott would be, and then Scott after me. This bunch of thugs that you promote or Illuminati, Elizabeth and the family there are, that direct her husband and Charles and William and Kate and Meghan and Harry. Sounds like a reality show, doesn't it? But anyway, they're fakes, they're war criminals, and yet you can't wait. They're part of the Illuminati. There was a list put up. They're the people that kidnapped me, by the way, Michelle. And Michelle, I wasn't born here. I was born in England. My mom's from here, a beautiful lady. Uh, George O'Keeffe's my aunt. Claudia Ruth O'Keeffe, her baby sister's my mom. Married my dad, Edward VIII. In 36, they were married, and she was Queen of England. The Illuminati, Freemason, your mafia, that she's on the list, and I honestly, I think I put part of the list up that was just made, and I think you and former President Obama are on there. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and if I don't call you First Lady or something, I can't even say my name, and I've been called names because I've simply told the truth about my birth, kidnapping, and I even use Hustler magazine because Larry Flint was shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Any fool can put it together while I'm doing the book in Marietta, about 45 miles away. It's been an ongoing hell. And if nothing else you know about Wayne Williams, you've got to know who Mary Welcome, the attorney, was. You've got to know that, by the way, I did talk to her in case you're not updated. And she was going to send an attorney over to get a deposition from me and said, yes, I do believe you. And instead, I was almost killed again. And Henry Mims was a black attorney that you could say he defended me. He and Jack Hartsfield, FBI agent reporter. They saved my life. Of course, the deposition was never done. And the CIA retired attorney named Marcus. I believe his last name was Marcus. Of course, that's part of my son's name's Mark. And he took over, and I want you to remember this in case the truth is ever told. It was the carpet and the fiber, and it should have been sent to Georgia, and it was sent across to the lab in Alabama. I was almost killed April Fool Day, and that's after all about Wayne Williams, and that was going on, and I was doing the book and had a letter from the FBI, and I'm talking into a dead phone, I know, because you can't even see this, and they probably won't put it up. But anyway, I was almost killed. I went to work for the district attorney there, and then worked for Doyle Duke, Golden Triangle in Huntsville. And that's when I spoke with Mary Welcome, and she was going to send the attorney over to get a deposition. That's when I met the black attorney, Henry Mims, and I liked him. He was very nice. But then all these people know it, and they're of color. And you really have to edit yourself these days. I was not prejudiced. I'm not now. But I'm not fool enough after what's been done to me in my life to think that blacks aren't prejudiced too. I've been there, done it, lady. I picked the cotton down in Moulton, Alabama, where your government, your president of the United States, okay, I don't know if he was born here or not. Quite frankly, I tell you something. I didn't get to go and get my schooling either. I picked cotton when I was just a little thing. I was brought there at age 2. No wonder you don't want to tell the hell that happened to me, Mrs. Obama. And I wasn't born here. My mom was born here. You should have some respect for her and for me, who I am. Instead, you're running to Meghan Markle and Harry, who are fakes. And I mean, no, nothing. You have to clarify it, or somebody's going to say, "Oh, you're prejudiced. You're this or that." No, excuse me, I'm not. But I don't like the way I've been treated, and my children, and my mom and dad, and my country. And you slept in Windsor Castle. All of your presidents have slept in either Buckingham, Reagan, all of them. It's ugly, the truth behind all this, the real truth. And my book never got published. It got tossed from hell to hell and finally taken out of my safety deposit box, even though through all this I paid the rent. And it was in Bert Lance, who was a member of Governor George Wallace's staff. Not Wallace. Oh, excuse me. George Wallace didn't sell his soul. He was shot by a program shooter, too, in case you're interested in all this. And my book that didn't get published. And I'm going to stop there. The book disappeared. They illegally took it out of the vault there in Marietta. And all of it was left, though, at the White House mailroom to Ronald Reagan, and with a letter from the FBI, a cover letter from my book, who revealed it went before their board. So there was no doubt what was in it, and it had the cover letters and everything. And I just thought that you being on television and you being the first lady and you and Oprah being close friends and you get the cameras everywhere you go, you might like to tell the truth about who I am, about the book I wrote, because I can tell you something, if it's ever told the truth where it has to be before the media that's controlled by the Illuminati, the global government, you know who that is, being the first lady, it would take you all down because you have hidden the truth. And I don't know if your husband was born in the United States or not. I have my wonders too. But I know where I was born, and it's so ugly, nobody wants it told.